Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do a clean and organize of the garage, so my husband's going to come out and help me out. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I'm a mom of 3. I have 2 boys ages 7 and 2 and a 4-year-old girl. So our garage is currently in a bit of a state of disarray. We have our bikes all down off the wall, which we usually store them on, as well as the scooters, the strollers, and some other things that we have out from just going out and enjoying the weather. So today I want to spend some time just kind of tidying up, adding a bit more organization to it, and also going through some of the stuff on our shelves to make sure they're things that we still use or need, because we don't go up there very often, so who knows if there's things that we actually need. So I'll show you a bit of a before, and then I'll show you the progress and then the afterwards. So if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I post weekly content with some clean organization and decluttering motivation. If you do enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, and let's get this done. So this is the before of the garage before we clean and organize it. I just looked at it and said we need to get this dealt with because it's too difficult to get around, to find things, to access things. So we spent about 3 hours getting through this, and I am so pleased with the end result. So definitely watch the end so you can see how the garage turned out, because I'm so pleased with the work we did to get rid of the stuff to donate and organize everything so we can actually walk around the garage. There was so much that needed to be done and I didn't know where to start, so I thought first I moved one of the strollers out of the way, and then I had a couple bags that were ready for donation and some stuff that was ready to go, just that had to go to the garbage. So I thought first let's get that moved out of the way, and then I can work my way through the garage and maybe have a bit more room to go through. That red bin was some things that were ready to be either donated or tossed that I had gotten from the playroom, so I need to deal with that as well. So that's kind of where we started. So both our wagons are collapsible and they go on some hooks on the walls, so it doesn't take very long to put them back up there, but quite often we get lazy and just leave the wagons out. So here we just unloaded everything out of it and got both of them back up, hanging up. The seat from our van that we currently have sitting in the garage need a bit of a wipe down because it had some sawdust on it and had some crumbs on it, so I just gave it a quick vacuum and a quick wipe with a rag to get it cleaned up. So this box has been driving me crazy for months on end because I would go past it with the stroller. So finally I decided that we could probably just stack everything underneath the desk, and discovered that we also had an empty drawer in that desk. So I got everything out of the box, got rid of the box, and now the leaf blower has a spot and the box is no longer sticking out because it was sticking out a couple inches, so it was just in the way constantly. So I was happy to finally get rid of that and another box as well. My husband had gotten a new drill in December, and that box was still sitting on his workbench, which yes is empty. So finally we decided to collapse it and recycle it because he's used his drill a lot and it works fine, so we no longer need the box. As you can see, this area under the shelf really needs to be reorganized a bit and tidied up. So I first took the bottles and cans and put them in the back of the van to be taken to the bottle depot. And then I went through, flattened some boxes of pop because I had one box that only had 2 cans in it, so I combined it with a different box. And then I pulled everything out and then gave it a vacuum. These beach blankets that I'm folding up, they are absolutely fantastic. I got them from Costco. They have a bit of a thickness to them, so if you put them down on wet grass or any sort of wet surface, you aren't going to get wet while sitting on them, and they wash easily as well. We haven't used this computer tower for probably, I would guess, 7 years or so, so I finally decided that it was about time that we got rid of it. Before we could get rid of the desktop computer, we had to take the hard drives out and destroy them. We thought we could simply just smash the hard drive, and it turns out that it's a lot more solid than we thought. So instead, my husband took a drill to it and drilled a couple holes in each of the hard drives. I next want to tackle this shelf. So first I was going to take everything down, take a look at it, see what we have, see if there's anything we need to get rid of, and then put everything back up in a different way so that it's better organized. And underneath here we have our hockey stick storage, and they're simply just sitting on 2 shelf brackets, and that's worked really good. To simplify the storage of the kites, I just took off the sticks that made the kite the full diamond shape, and then rolled them up in the kite themselves and then stuck them in the bin. It was just much easier for storage, because otherwise I don't know how else I'd store the kites when they're their full size. I wanted to get the right side of this bottom shelf organized, because that's an area that we kind of just kept putting little things. So we ended up taking a bunch of the stuff out to the shed. There was some chalk there, so that's going to go up with the kids' toys. And then I end up putting a bin up there with the bin of bags. That's just the kites. Then I went and decided I wanted to wipe these shelves down. So I took off all the shoes and the boots, gave the shelves a wipe with the rag and as well as a vacuum. And they're actually looking really, really white now. I also found that we had a bunch of sticks and rocks that had come home with us from the playground, so I got rid of those as well. Next, we're going to pull out the shelf, and then we're going to slide all the scrap pieces of wood behind the shelf, and then we'll push the shelf back against it. I moved these wooden bike racks around that my dad made when I was a kid, and this allowed for better flow for the stroller, for the wagons, for the bike trailer. The scooters as well are on these bike racks, and then my husband can also access his workbench as he needs to. So this is what our garage now looks like. It's so much better organized and tidied up. I'm so pleased with it. There's better access for the stroller to get in and out of the garage. My husband's workbench he can actually work on as well as access. And on the shelves I can actually see what we have, and they don't look so cluttered and so jammed with stuff, which is kind of nice. And there's also better flow to access our bikes, the scooters, and as well as there's room to set up the wagon if we choose. So I do hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you got some motivation and inspiration to clean out and organize your garage. If you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!